And we're back.
Yes, welcome to our game week 2 deadline
Line
stream, guys.
stream.
Thank you guys for so much for coming through. I won't lie, we never do this, and I've heard everyone do this. Please remember to like and subscribe, tell your friends, make some comments so that people other than you guys can actually see us. So it's helping good for the algorithm. So please do that for us. But yes, Sid, we are back with our deadline stream with a kind of an uneventful um, game week where a lot of people are not doing a lot. There's only
Yeah,
like
I
one major
mean,
injury. Yeah.
yeah, I completely agree that a lot of people aren't doing a lot, but at the same time, I don't think you could be doing a lot this game week. Like it would be very, I don't know. I feel like it would be very ridiculous if you decide to make a transfer or anything like that this game week. Do you know? Um, because at the end of the day, the biggest problem is like you only have one transfer. There's not enough
Mm.
information going around. Like yes, like for example, even now with my team, I feel like I want Reinders. I genuinely feel
Yes,
like I want him, but
Rangers.
then I looked at it. Okay, it's a Tottenham fixture. I don't think I don't think City are scoring that many goals against Tottenham. Um, so it's a bit of like a oh okay cool they like the good fixtures from last week ended up being ended up becoming the bad fixtures this week, and the bad fixtures from
Mm.
last week ended up becoming the good fixtures from this week. So unless you're free hitting, that's maybe the only way. The only thing you can do this week is free hit if you want to, but I still don't even suggest a free hit. I'd go maybe like game week 6 free hit. That might be a better option. So yeah, I just don't see the point in doing anything this game week. I don't know unless what do you
Oh,
think?
oh no, no, like yeah, that's a sort of like there was only one major injury thing from last game week, like which was Frank Pong is now out until the September break. So Frank Pong is somebody that a lot of people might have gotten into their teams.
Yeah,
So that that's somebody that you could possibly have decided to take out of your team. So that's a transfer you could make, and then maybe people made a transfer of in the 11 they pick somebody who is not starting. So like those are kind of the only two main reasons why I would use a transfer this game week. But I was gonna bench boost this game week. Like that is something that I was really thinking of. That's the reason why I signed. I made sure that I had a all playing bench, because the way that I looked at it is my reserve keeper and my 4.0 defender. They play it's Sunderland versus Burnley. Both of those teams won't have an easier fixture in the Premier League technically this season. So I'm like, I might as well bench boost them because that is the week where they have their best game.
yeah,
So that was kind of my thinking of why I set up my team the way that I set it up, so I can get it out the way and I can focus on my starting 11. But the problem is, next to those two fools are Dewsbury Hall and Falkirk. So I'm like, so so I already have two low price fools, and then I'll place them with other fools. So I don't want a tomfoolery. I don't want a tomfoolery. So so that's kind of my problem of why I had to think about it. And yeah, like I know that you said you want to bench boost game week 5 or something. So yeah, so I currently have 3 windows for bench boost now. And game week 5, I think game week 15, before we get those 5 free transfers for the AFCON.
yeah.
So I just I build up my team towards that game week, and then I can transfer them out with 5 free transfers to follow up on my team, or game week 18. So those are like just before the end. So like those are my new 3 bench boost windows, because I believe that my two nonsenses, well, my two promoted teams guys will always be on my bench. So I just can now just need to find 2 other decent players to pair them with, and I think that's my bench boost. But otherwise, my only thing is Palmer for Saka. Hey, Palmer, it's your day today. It's time for you to shine, ice cold. It's called Ice Friday. That's what it is, fam.
Yeah, I feel like the only differential for this game week is going to be Haaland, but then even I don't know if Haaland, like, I agree, last week he scored a brace, well done. But realistically, though, do you think he's going to score a brace against Tottenham?
Um,
Because that
to be
team looks,
honest, no.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
because
To be
that
honest,
team
no.
look,
But he's still my captain. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I don't blame you for keeping him as your captain for sure, but I mean, um, just from the perspective of, just from the perspective of like when you look at that, you look at the fixture and you look at how Tottenham have played. I'm thinking they're looking a little bit more solid in defense. Like genuinely, they're a good defensive threat. I think.
Oh yes, no, 100%. I'm totally like, and I think that this is an indictment on Watkins and Palmer, of, and this is a game week where you would want to captain them. You know, that's a kind of a thing of, this is why you buy these expensive premium assets, is that you're able to captain them. And even though they're facing West Ham and Brentford, two teams that have shown they couldn't defend in game week one. Like,
Yeah.
they are probably were in the relegation zone in game week one. We are still afraid to captain them, which then makes us question, should we be spending that much money on them if we're not willing to captain them in these game weeks? So I definitely think that those guys are definitely under the biggest microscope of like whether they should be in your team or not. So is for them is their time to shine. Because
Yeah.
otherwise, I'm not wasting my money on you guys. They are always out there. There's woods that need to be cut down. There's Martetas that need to be tetted. So like there are players out there that are a cheaper price that will then give you at least the same value. So both of those players against and that's even probably a struggle for you. Of at least you have Saka. I think Jokeres is the Gyökeres for me is the biggest like outlier of, I think if you have Gyökeres, this could be his crowning moment. You know, at
Um,
home, Leeds,
I'm not sure
have
yet.
it out,
I,
have it out. I'm here for you, Sid. I'm like, let me
I'm not.
show the Londoners what's up. What's up?
No, I'm not sure yet. I think we need to just. I don't think it's the right time because I feel like when Eze comes into that team, that's when it's time. That's when you're gonna start to see it. It's time. Like it's time. Buy Jokeres, have him in the team. Have like I would even go as far as to say like if I'm seeing Eze getting good enough minutes for Arsenal, even if it's on the left side, I might go as far as to say taking Saka out of my team and keeping Eze in the team just to have it like because Eze is 7.5 I think right now, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah, 7.5. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean for 2.5 the 3 mil less, I could get I could get the same amount of returns this season. Do you know what I mean? So
But no, yeah,
yeah,
especially once you have to find out who's on penalties, because obviously we still think
it's
it's like,
Jokeres. It's the rumors
yeah.
out there. It's Jokeres that are gonna be. It's gonna be on
Okay,
penalties.
so then I know. So then obviously we'll have to see. Like, I don't believe in rumors. Adele told me that rumor has it. I don't want to believe in no rumors. So I definitely think that that's the moment I'll decide, because I'm only going to move for Arsenal players after game week 6, because that's when your fixtures turn for the better. So hopefully you guys get a penalty before that so that I can make my decision clearer for me. But
So
yeah, yeah,
I have a an unpopular opinion.
yes.
I think from now till game week 6, like maybe next week onwards, you might have to consider getting in an Arsenal defender because
Oh yes, yes, yes.
I think like when I look at that, I look at how we played against United, and you look at the defensive contributions and the way you can get clean sheets and stuff like that. I think that might be a differential for even the start of the season, just having an Arsenal defender before everybody else does. And I do like maybe not the Liverpool game, but I do think our other games we are going to see clean sheets. So
Oh
I don't know.
yeah, yeah. Oh no, I definitely think so. Like, very sad to say that. Yeah, Pedro Porro will disappear eventually from my team, and I can tell you that he will be replaced by an Arsenal defender. Because yeah, Arsenal will be the best defense in the league. Like I think the Man United game showed me, last season showed me.
Yeah,
I definitely think Arsenal will be the best defense in the league, and I think there will come a time during the season, preferably, possibly even with these with their fixture swing, is it'll be double Arsenal defense. Like we're both on double Nottingham Forest defense at the moment, but
yeah.
I definitely think that there will come a time where double Arsenal defense will be the differential. And then you'll have to pick one of the three attackers that you said, of Eze, Saka, or Gyökeres to do the attack. Because I still don't think Arsenal will score as many goals as the Liverpools and the cities of the world, but they won't have to because they will just keep it locked up tight at the back. So I I don't think that's an unpopular opinion. I don't think that. I think that if I were to restart my team now, I would start with an Arsenal defender. I wouldn't be doubled up on Nottingham
On
Forest. I'd have
Forest,
one
yeah.
Nottingham Forest defender, and I would have an Arsenal defender instead of being doubled up on Forest.
Your boy Liam has just jumped into the chat saying he's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
tuned in. Who we captaining? I'm on Salah right now, but I don't love it, and I bangos I love. So I don't know. Liam, are you trying to tell us something? We all here for you. We accept you. We're for the community. You know, if
I don't
that's how
know
you
if this is
go.
the stream to come out on. That's the thing. Of
Like
ordinary.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, it's a typo. I back O's I love. Okay. I mean same thing though. Same thing though.
No, I was just yeah. So then I was telling Sid Liam about that. I think the issue is that the fact of that I don't know if you have Watkins and Palmer in your team, but if you're not willing to put your back behind those players, then you shouldn't be paying that amount of money for those players. So I'm I'm also picking Holland, but I'm picking Holland so that these two can fight it out. So I definitely will be getting rid of Palmer or Watkins in the next coming game weeks if they can prove not to be viable captaincy options because they're the most expensive players in their position. And if I can't trust them against weak opposition, then they shouldn't be in my team because there are a lot of players that can get points. We can then go full out defense and get all of these DEFCON points, bro.
Yeah.
So that's my advice. Of you might feel uneasy about it, but um, unless you want to trust Watkins, like I would trust Watkins. To be fair, he's my vice captain, because against Brentford looked terrible. A and B, his past four fixtures against Brentford, he's gotten 5 goals and 1 assist. So he has a good record against them, and Brentford were shocking. So and this is why you bought him. He's like one of the most expensive strikers. If you
Hmm.
can't afford to trust him when your players have good fixtures, then I would like, yeah, it's time to wood it up. Otherwise, it's wood up.
So yeah, I mean, I'm captaining. I'm gonna say it. I'm captaining Saka this game week.
Yeah, I'm
Uh, I'm
captaining
I'm
Holland.
I'm captaining Saka. I'm not. I've got the vice captaincy on Salah, but yeah, it's Saka this game week. Leeds. I feel like it's another game week for Arsenal to kick into gear. The way Leeds played last week, it doesn't look like they're entertaining low blocks.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be a very fun game of football, or it could be a very sad game of football. But hey, I'm here to watch it. Um,
Yeah.
in terms of in terms of who the captain, I mean he has Salah, Palmer, and Watkins. Um, he has Salah, Palmer, and Watkins. So I would go with if you have Salah, put it on Salah. I genuinely think he's still Mr. Reliable. Like he still will score. Like if you're looking for someone, I think I could still back him to score against Newcastle. In my opinion.
I won't lie, Newcastle been tired of defense. But yeah, no, like yeah, you can back him. Like, oh no, I would, yeah, but you should be able to captain Watkins or Palmer.
Yeah.
That's just my issue. Is that that's why that's my only problem of should we trust the game? Because that's the only reason why I chose Palmer this game week. It's because I was wanting to captain him this game week.
Yeah.
So I wanted to captain him another game week where Arsenal have a tough fixture run. So that's why I never went with Saka.
Yeah.
So
So
that's
yeah,
why I'm sad that they're not captaincy options. Yeah.
yeah. So in terms of Liam, he's asking one perspective is it too early for differential captain picks? Like if everyone who owns Salah is captaining him, should peeps just run with it and stay amongst the pack? I mean, generally yes, I would back that because right now it's still everybody's still kind of feeling themselves out, and if you want to stay with everybody, go ahead. Like that's the best way to do it is just keep within everybody who's captaining Salah and stuff like that. But at the same time, I don't know. Like at the same time, yeah, it is a bit early for a differential pick. But if you feel like your differential pick is gonna come right for you, then why not? I think.
For me, this is how like I said how my strategy going into the season. Um, Captaincy is going to make the difference this season because I never believed like Salah is going to be by 100 points the best player in the league anymore. Like I don't think that that's going to happen like it did last season. So now I think that that's going to separate the teams is not because everyone's picking from the same pool of 30. Like no one's has outside like you could probably make 3 fantasy teams. Nobody has anyone out of those 30 players in like their team. So the thing that's going to separate it because everyone's picking from the same pool of players is captaincy. So you should actually be looking at in your team selection different alternative captains because that is what's going to make your rank grow. So then that's what I'm like. You said, is it time to do something different? If you believe in somebody and you brought them in for that reason, then yes, you should go for it. I do believe that because us like going for Rangers, reindeers. I keep forgetting his
Rangers.
name, but us going for him was yes, it was not differential, but it was not something that everyone did. Same as me going for Holland, I did it because I wanted to captain him for Wolves. I thought that that was the best captain for that game week. So it wasn't a other random thing. So you must always pick your players for the best captaincy option. So if you think Salah is the best player that game week, you should captain him. That's so then that's what I was for thinking of going different from everyone else. Who do you think is the best player this season or for that game week? Pick that person as captain.
Well, that's why I'm gonna pick Saka because I think that Saka
I would pick
is
Saka.
genuinely one of the best players this game week to have.
Yeah.
And it's
I
also the
would pick
reason
Saka.
why I brought Saka into my team because I saw that Leeds fixture and I was like, yo, I can see Saka maybe doing something against United, maybe not, but it's more likely the Leeds fixture. And I knew I wasn't gonna free hit, which a lot of people were suggesting like a free hit, like a lot of content creators like maybe a free hit game week 2, and I was like, I don't feel like a free hit would work out well because, like I said, you just don't know. One, you don't even know which teams are set at this point to pick the right team for a free hit. Like you could go and pick a whole team and then end up with like half your players not playing because
100%.
because of transfers and stuff. Like I mean, if you have Eze in your team, which some people do have Eze from Crystal Palace,
Yeah.
Eze is no longer a Palace player and he's not going to play for Arsenal this week. So you've got a player who's just sitting there on the bench. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
that's true. And that's 7.5. I'd still keep him because like
Yeah,
Martinelli looks troublesome, so he's definitely going to play on the left at least.
yeah, but
And
I'm just
then-
saying for this game week alone, like yeah, you might have brought in Eze thinking, oh great, Eze because Palace play who this week?
Palace are playing.
Palace are playing Nottingham
Not
Forest.
Forest.
So you're like, oh, maybe a Forest, maybe you could go with a nice little 1-0 against Forest or 2-1 Forest. But now that you look at Eze's not in that team anymore, a lot of things change for that team. So that's why
Yeah,
I
I
think
know.
yeah.
Oh yeah, so then do you want to just go through your team because do you want to go through your team just so that you know everyone knows
Yeah.
what you're working with in this game?
Okay, so I'm making no transfers, but I'm playing Sels as the keeper. I'm playing Pedro Porro. I still believe Pedro. I don't believe there's a clean sheet for him, but like do think there might be some defensive contributions. Who knows? I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
To be honest, I don't know. Nico Williams, Ronaldo,
Hmm.
Salah, Saka, Palmer, Rogers. This is where I'm a bit unsure if I go take Dewsbury Hall out and play Esteve or Anderson, um, and then João Pedro and Watkins up front.
Ah, you still have Jean Pedro.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
dog.
You don't
I'm
know.
sorry.
Yeah.
They lost 3-0 to Sunderland. If there has to be a time for this man to score a goal, it is now. It is
No, no, no.
now.
No, no, I agree. It's a thing that we said. It's a thing that we said. No, no, I fully agree. But like, I'm still gonna hop on about the Jean Pedro thing. Then when he scores, you can give it back to me. So don't stress. Don't stress. Don't stress at all. Yeah, no, no. So,
What do you
Jo-
think
Jo-
about the Dewsbury Hall, like the Dewsbury Hall
yeah,
situation?
that's the one thing I will do because I would start Esteve
So,
because yeah, I would start him because that's why you got him for this. That's why you got him. Like that's also a thing of this is the one thing that I want to take away from fantasy and how I'm going to play fantasy this season
yeah.
is that I want to take away this element of fear. Like I'm going to go on. You have a good fixture. I brought you in for this. Even if no one else is doing that, it doesn't matter. You have a
Well,
good fixture.
to
That's why I brought you in. I'm gonna do it for that reason.
be fair, the team with the second most likely to have a clean sheet is Burnley this week. You know that, right? So the
Exactly.
first team is Arsenal, and the next team after
Yeah.
that is Burnley. So yeah,
Yeah. So then
that's
that's what I'm gonna do this season. Is I'm not gonna live in fear. I'm gonna attack it. So then that's what I would do. Like to be fair, because Everton look hopeless.
sorry,
What?
sorry, sorry. Your boy
What? What?
Liam,
What?
your boy Liam just he said I listened to Tibbs' advice about best captain in relation to the fixture, so I bought Luca Digne, and
Ah,
now I'm gonna captain him. He's trolling. He's trolling. He's trolling. No
I
ways.
know because
There's no
he
ways.
knows Luka Dean. He knows Luka Dean. He knows Luka Dean. He knows about the boy Luka Dean. He loves the boy Luka Dean. That's
Yeah,
the sad part.
but yeah,
Yeah, so
back
then
to
that's
what you
my
were saying.
advice. So that'd be my advice for at least for you about that situation. Because
Well,
then
yeah.
you'll see in
So
my team. Yeah,
I've pulled him. I pulled him off. So I'm gonna go with a team of Cells, Pedro Porro, Williams, Ronaldo, Estevez,
yeah.
Salah, Saka, Palmer, Rogers, Pedro, Watkins, and I'm captaining Saka and vice captaincy on Salah. Yeah. So why don't you take it away with your team? What's going on with your team this game?
Yeah, like I said. So yeah, so like I said, I am not living in fear. I am going to take the bull by the horns. So my captain my goalkeeper this game week is the Bravka. I am going. Okay, stop coming home. Yeah, so it's the Bravka in goals. Nico William. I'm playing a 4-4-2, so I'm even changing formation. So I'm playing 4-4-2. I'm going Nico Williams, Ronaldo, like you, Cucarera, out here. And my boy Patrick Dogu gets his first start in my team. Then my four midfielders are Verts, Palmer, Rangiers, Gappo. And then up front, I have Haaland and Watkins. Haaland captain, Watkins vice captain. Then on my bench is Sal, Drewsbury Hall, Pedro Porro, and Fulkrug.
Interesting.
So that's why I
Uh,
don't. That's why I also thought of bench boosting this game week because it's not a bad bench boost, but it is
yeah.
Drewsbury Hall and Fulkrug next to Pedro Porro and Sals. So I actually, that's kind of why I don't mind bench boosting this game week. So yeah, that's
Liam, I would go with Dubravka as the keeper option. If you have Dubravka, if it's
yeah.
Kelleher over or Dubravka, it's Dubravka I'd go with this week.
Yeah, it's Dubravka. Yeah, it's Dubravka. Oh no, Kelleher's playing. Bournemouth have a good fixture this game. They're playing Wolves.
I mean, we're going off of the whole fixture, the fixture ticker, and
Oh
the
yes.
fact is, Burnley have the best chance at a clean sheet, so Dubravka.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
And
because I'm playing Petrovic in draft, so
okay,
that's what draft team. But yeah, yeah, I'm going to Bravka. Where I'm going to Bravka over Cells, like so. That's kind of a thing of that's kind of also why I've also considered bench boosting because Petro Porro is not bad. Sal's not bad defender. It's just Full Krug and Dewsbury Hall that's kind of getting me in a conundrum over what I should do. But then I'm
I'm
like,
going.
what?
I'm
Yes,
going Sal's
yeah,
over Dubravka because I'm looking at that Crystal Palace fixture. One, Forrester's defense is still pretty solid,
yeah,
so that's the way. And then I'm looking at the fact that also Crystal Palace have lost their main attacking threat in it, like the main creative attacking threat was in Eze because normally Eze would be able to dictate play, and so now we're not. You don't really have that. So I don't, and it's the first game week that like it's only been 2 days. They played
yeah, yeah.
they played on the weekend. They played midweek, and then now
Yeah, they played yesterday. Yeah, they played
yesterday. Yeah, they
yesterday.
played yesterday. Did they win
They
yesterday
played
or
yesterday.
lose yesterday?
Yeah, they won 1-0. Yeah, they won 1-0.
No. So they've only played like one game without Eze, but that's not even and like realistically, I don't think they would have figured out the way to go forward attacking, to go and attack a defensively solid team like Forest that quickly. If they do, well done. But I just don't. I don't see it. Like
Yeah. No, I fully, yeah, no, I back that. That's what I said of. It was a tough decision, and yeah, I think Crystal Palace, but yeah, there's still Muniz, there's still like attacking things that could happen, but they only won 1-0, and they played a team I've never heard of. I think they play like yeah, they're in the Conference League, so they're
yeah,
playing teams you've never heard of. So and they only won 1-0. So Crystal Palace are like probably their first game in a long time without Eze.
yeah.
So they managed to score a goal, but who did they bring in? Like I don't even know who they're gonna play in that
Well,
position if Eze not
they
there.
haven't even found a replacement yet. They're going. They were supposed to. The whole point, like why that whole Tottenham deal kind of one of the reasons why the Tottenham deal fell apart was because they were looking for a replacement and they were holding off on getting rid of Eze because they told Tottenham, listen, we're looking for a replacement for Eze before we say yes to your deal. Uh, Granted, they were also looking for Arsenal to come back in, but Arsenal came back in and they kind of forced their hand. They said, "We'll pay you more. We'll pay you over a shorter period, so you get more cash quicker." And so Eze can't play on Wednesday. Well, Thursday he couldn't play. They said he's not allowed to play on Thursday. He signed. I think he signed today, so he's definitely not going to
Yeah,
play this
and
weekend.
his medical was today. Yeah,
Today,
his medical
yeah.
was.
So, like, yeah, I don't think definitely he's not going to play. Like, they definitely don't haven't had time to figure out who that creative threat will come, where that creative threat will come from. So, yeah, I just back the fact that that will kind of hinder them a little bit. It does destroy my whole prediction for hindsight is foresight, but
Yeah, no, no. To be fair, like I said we made those predictions on Tuesday. We made those on Tuesday. On Tuesday, this is brand new information. So,
yeah.
but
Wait, we're
yeah,
getting
no.
sidetracked. We're getting
Yes,
sidetracked. What?
yes,
Finish your team.
yes.
Finish your team.
Oh yes. And I finished it.
Yo,
Yeah,
did
my
you finish
bench
your team?
was. Yeah. It is,
Oh, okay,
the
okay,
bench. Yeah, my bench is Sals, Dewsbury Hall, Pedro Porro, and Fulkrug. Yeah,
okay.
with
You go with
Haaland and Watkins, captain and vice captain.
captain. Okay.
I really do want to captain Watkins, and that shows me how much I don't trust Palmer. I don't even like. I'm not even worried about Palmer. He's playing in about an hour and a half, and I'm not concerned. I'm not even like I'm not even. If Chelsea do anything, I can tell you if Chelsea do anything today, I'm actually gonna say it's gonna be Jean Pedro. Like I'm gonna that's how much I have more faith in Jean Pedro to score today than Palmer. That's how much faith. So
I mean
that's
that
that
because
concerning.
that brings into conversation where I feel like
Mm,
I'm giving Palmer one more game week after this,
mm.
and then if he hasn't performed in 3 game weeks, he's gone. I'm not doing another thing where last season
Yeah,
had this man for 8 weeks in my team, and I was just hoping and praying that something's gonna happen. Shame, it's
yeah,
not happening, and the way the cookie crumbles. For that amount of money, I can easily now go to a different. I can go to like for that amount of money, I could literally downgrade him to like a Reinders, and then upgrade a Watkins to a Holland. So, sort of thing.
Yeah, no. I'm similar to you but I'm slightly more on Verts leaving earlier, is because Palmer's at least on penalties. So we saw from at least game week one that for some reason, yeah, we can get penalties now. Like people are getting penalties. So that's the only reason why I would keep Palmer at least until like yeah, game week 4 or 5 type of situation. But since Verts isn't on penalties, and I'm seeing how good Hugo Ekiteke is looking, I
But
honestly think
Ekatike
that
is a forward.
Ekiteke, yeah, I know, but
Oh,
losing Verts, and
okay.
then because I still have Fulkrug. You're forgetting I have nonsense here, Sid. There's nonsense that needs to vanish, Sid. There's nonsense here.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay.
But yeah, where I'm like, they're the same price. I'm sure Ekiteke probably went up now, but they were the same price when they started. I can get another six midfield. There's a six midfielder out there, and Elliot Anderson. I could get. There's players I could get that I can then get Ekiteke for this man. If I still want to keep on Liverpool, that's the thing. And then also, yeah, Palmer can also leave. That's also a thing of. I definitely don't think I'll have Palmer by game week 6 unless he does something. Because, like you said, we're not waiting around. He hasn't scored an open goal since January, Sid. Since January. Like, it's nearly a calendar. We're about to enter spring, Sid. It's about to be spring, the last month of the year. And we're fighting for this man, bro. We're fighting. Last season. But yeah, so Palmer is definitely under scrutiny. I only got Palmer because of fear of the game, and maybe this fear could be costing people points.
I definitely think it could be. But at the same time, like, this is why I love the beginning of the season and hate the beginning of the season, I think. Because I love the beginning of the season because you start off with a team, but within 3 to 4 weeks, that team does not exist anymore. That team
At
you
all.
started with, it's just like, nah, but I don't want this player, I don't want this player, I don't want this player. I wish, you know what, I wish you could do what you would get is like a free wild card after 3 game weeks. Just to like quickly change things around.
Yeah, yeah. Because I'm
Oh,
about
I
to go
wish.
back to my boy Chris Wood. Yeah. We need to go back, guys. We need to turn back the hands of time.
Oh, but that's realistically, I wouldn't mind bringing in a Chris Wood for João Pedro or even a Watkins. Bringing in Chris Wood for Watkins, upgrading João Pedro to a different player, getting rid of Palmer. Like if I had to go and remake my team at game week 2, I think I'd have a fire team at this point. Like
Oh,
just after
I
even
can.
after 1 game week of information.
No, I'd have an Arsenal defender, and I can tell you, I probably would not have Palmer and Wirtz.
Yeah.
Oh, and Fulkrug for days. Oh, Fulkrug. That 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 goes down as my João Pedro from last season when I was João Pedro versus Danny Welbeck, and I was adamant about poor poor decision making. Yeah, so I always have to have that one. So I have to have that one. But yeah, so I agree
Yeah,
with
no,
you.
no. This season, don't worry.
Arsenal defender.
João Pedro will come right this season. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. He's coming right in an hour's time. You watch. He's coming right.
Yo, if I see Liam Delap in the starting lineup, call the
Wait.
Uber. Call
Wait,
the Uber. Sid.
Wait,
Yeah,
let's see what the
yeah.
predicted lineup could be for this game week.
No. It is going to be it would be Jean Pedro, but I'm just saying if Liam Delap ever gets in the starting lineup, let's go. Let's go. And also another reason about my possible bench boost is um Pep. There's Pep roulette, bruh. So you actually don't know if with me with a double Man City attack, you don't know like he could start Mamush. Like obviously he won't because there's no Europe, so you'll start
Yeah.
Holland. But as soon as Europe comes, like the likelihood people must accept this when you sign Reindeers. Keep forgetting his name, but he's going to be subbed out in and out because there is Turkey, there is Foden, there's still Bernardo Silva, there's still players that can play his position. Oscar Bob can play in the center instead of out on the right. So just know when you do sign him, be prepared for Pep to ruin your day. That's why I haven't gone for any City defenders yet, is because I'm waiting for a City defender that plays 6 games in a row, and then I'll go for that defender.
Ah, okay, fair enough. I'm just
Yeah.
looking at some team news here where people are suggesting that Cole Palmer could be moved to the right and João Pedro could be moved to the 10 and Liam Delap be moved to the 9.
Ooh, that's that's um that's well, that's good because Palmer scored a lot of his goals in the Conference League on the right, and
Yeah.
during the and also during the Club World Cup, he was playing a lot on the right as well. Yeah, just because when he's in the center, he has to do all the work, and they seem to really like having Enzo Fernandez in that position. And then they play Casado and Lavia against the tough teams. So it could be a situation. Um, but I do think that makes Jean Pedro less enticing
Yeah.
because Liam Delap's a center forward. Like he's gonna be in the box waiting for the ball, like where Jackson should be. But
Jackson,
yeah,
we've
no, he's
forgotten
going to
about
Aston
Jackson.
Villa apparently. Yeah. Apparently, Watkins is getting a deputy. Yeah. So apparently, they're just sorting out the fee. And I swear to God, if he goes for huge amounts of money, I'm mad. How they? Because I remember when Man United were linked with them, they were like, "Yeah, 50." I'm like, 50. Nah, anyone pay over 25 for that fool? You are asking for trouble. Asking for trouble.
Hey, man. I completely agree with you. I don't think that he's worth anything over. I think he's not worth anything over 20, dog.
No,
I'm
I'd
just
say
going.
25 because yeah, I'd go 25. Like, he's still youngish. Like maybe something can happen. And also maybe he just struggles with a big team. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe he just needs to just not be on prime time TV on Sky Sports 1. He just needs to be rolling around there with the O's playing at the back and then he'll be happy. Like look at Welbeck. Like Welbeck at Brighton. This was never a Welbeck we saw at Arsenal and Man United.
No, he
uh,
didn't.
we never saw this well back last season. And it's like, yeah, he's in a team that thinks he's the best. They adore him. Oh, Danny. He's like, yeah, these are my O's. These are my O's. So I fully agree.
I'm just
I
looking
will
at
say
the.
that Sid, yeah, I am.
I'm just looking at the team news here for the different teams. Um, I just want to tell you that it looks like um, I don't know how to put this, but it looks like Marmoush is starting over Holland.
He's my captain. So I don't know what I
No,
must do with the
I'm just
situation.
fucking with you. I'm
Uh,
just fucking with you. I'm
no,
just fucking with you.
no. Pep shouldn't do that. Like if it is around Champions League time, so after game week 4, like I would understand. But nah, it's still game week. Nah, 1 game a week. Holland, bruh, come, bruh, run, bruh. Just vamos.
To be fair, Anana is ready to play.
He's ready to play game week 1. City is
Oh,
ready to
is
play
it?
game week 1. Yeah.
Oh, so they're keeping him out of the team on purpose.
No. No, Amaron said like he only started training this week. And he was like, these keepers have been here throughout the entire preseason. They've played throughout the entire preseason, trained every day for the past 6 weeks. You come in what, 3 training sessions? You must just start, earn your spot. So then that's what I do like about Amaron is he's very clearly told players that they have to fight for their spot, earn their spot, keep their spot, and even though it's the blind in the blind with the keepers, at least they're fighting each other. It's Daredevil versus Daredevil. Like at least they're fighting for this position. So I can at least say that it's going to be a thing. But apparently we are linked with a keeper. But I haven't heard much about him. Like I really don't know him. Like we linked with a keeper, but I've never heard about him. But apparently he's young and he's okay. But that's the issue is we're not bringing in players. We need a keeper for life. I don't want this untoted nonsense. Like you guys went Raya, cool. Premier League proven. Let's go. Move on. We've tried Ramsdale, not today. Like we, that's my issue. Because I was looking at it before, where I'm like, yo, when Mignolet was around, Jurgen Klopp said, "Nah, I'm not playing this game with Hugo Carriers and stuff. Allison's my man." Hart came there. Pep was like, "I'm not playing with Joe Hart. Get me Edison." Like keeper is so important. Let's not play games. Go out, get a proper keeper. I don't want this new untouted youngster I've never heard of before. Just go get your man. Get a man. Get a man to save us. That's all I ask. Yeah.
Okay, fair
Otherwise,
enough.
let's carry on puzzling with Anana. Because Anana had European pedigree. Look where that got us.
So it's quite an interesting opinion I heard the other day when
Yeah.
it came to Anona.
Yeah.
Is United not the problem? Because you guys were bitching and moaning about De Gea before he left you guys, and then he went and he looked amazing after he left. And is that not the same
Hey,
problem you guys are having with Anona here?
no, no, no. Like, yeah. Oh, no, no. Yeah, our fan base is the huge issue. I'm not even going to lie to you. The season that De Gea left, he was still one golden glove. Always forget this. He was still got the most clean sheets. Yes, when he scored, it was calamitous. Like, that was kind of the problem. Is he would keep a clean sheet, but then when he conceded, there was no, but it was never anything new. De Gea has always been bad at crosses. He's always been like, so you always knew how to get, but you always knew how to, like, his weakness. So
But I
there
feel,
was
I feel like
nothing
Onana
that
is
you
just as
found out.
bad at crosses.
Exactly. And then Anana's ball playing ability, like, I still see our defenders starting the attack. Like, the whole point of the sweeper ball playing keeper is that he is the sweeper and so that you can push the game forward. But I still
I
see
know what
our
you want to
defenders
say. I know
being
what
the
you want to
ones.
say. I know
Yeah.
what you want to say. Just look at how Arsenal have Raya who does the sweeper thing, and that's your example. I know you're fighting
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
urge to say it. You
Yeah.
can say it.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not
You
gonna
can
say it.
say it.
I'm
It's
not gonna
fine.
say it.
I know
I'm not
you want
gonna
to play
say
like
it.
Arsenal, but it's fine.
But no, but that's how we signed that keeper. You know what I said of? That's how we
Yeah,
signed that keeper. So then I'm like, if he's not gonna do that, then stop the ball. Catch the ball. Do something. So then that's my issue is at least De Gea knew how to stop the ball.
yeah.
One on one, it was 50-50. We actually
Okay.
never knew. Never knew what was gonna happen. So
But okay, I
if
think
you want to get that type of keeper, yeah. Oh yeah,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. I think we're getting a bit distracted from
Yes,
the fact that
yes.
we're meant to be talking about fantasy football here.
Sorry. Yes, you are getting distracted. My bad. Sorry. Yes, we were talking about Anthony. Yes. So
I'll
I
give
will
you
say,
one.
Sid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do one more thing. I'll do one more thing.
I was just gonna
So
say one more
Sid,
thing
I
before we
will
continue.
say
I
breaking
was just gonna
news.
say
Oh.
Anana's main ball playing ability is picking the ball out of his own net. That's I always just left a comment like that, and that's true. But yeah, you finish this up. Finish this.
Yeah. So then my last breaking news is Sid. You like in this podcast, I listen to you. I listen to people. You made a passionate plea on why Cells will keep a clean sheet this game week. So for that reason, I decided to hit my bench boost just for you guys. So I hit my bench boost because if you're willing to start Pedro Paro and Cells and they're on my bench, that means that that's a good enough bench to trust. You are willing to start Dewsbury Hall this game week. So that means that these are good enough
Is that
players
just
to
mind
start in your
games?
team.
Is that just mind games?
I'm just saying. You have successfully convinced me of I don't know if I'll have a good enough bench like this before. So you know what? Let me trust in and also that was my plan originally. So I'm like, I want to stick to my original plan of if I fail with Tim's original plan. So that was my original plan to game boost game week 3, 2. So I set up my team for that. So let me do that. So Sid, you have convinced me to believe in Tibbs because Tibbs knows why he did everything. So yes, I have officially hit my bench boost. My chip is in.
Okay, well done.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you.
If Dewsbury Hall scores, oh Sid, oh on Saturday, oh man, Sid, reviving on Saturday. Don't even worry about me. Reviving on Saturday. But yeah,
Okay.
so
Okay.
yeah.
Starting
Even if
Porro
Fulkrug
against
scores
Man City.
today, oh, in 2 hours, if I see Fulkrug do, I don't know what a celebration is because I've never seen him score because he doesn't do that. But if he does a celebration, I am not. But actually, no, I want Krug to
I
do
just
it
want
and
to
to get a
say, I just want to
celebration.
preface this before we continue. I'm starting Pedro Porro because I just don't back. Well, I don't back Anderson against United.
Oh yeah. But
Like,
also, Holland is
and
not very good with a back three.
I'm starting. I'm not like, well, Dewsbury Hall's not in my team now because I have Ronaldo and Esteve on the field. So I'm just putting this out here. I'm prefacing this, and I'm also prefacing. I get why Dubravka. Everybody wants to put Dubravka on, but I have cells. I believe in cells. Let's go.
Let's go. No. I'm saying, Sid, you've convinced me. Where I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stick to my original plan. Let me stick to my original plan. I always plan on bench boosting game week 2. So I know that if I just get if all of these two just get one of them get a return that's 15 points. That's all I need. They all have 8 points, 8. One of you get a goal, and then clean sheet, and then I'm ready to go. That's a 15 pointer. That's more than I get for most bench boosts. So
Oh yeah,
that's
oh,
how
no, I back it. I back it. I think it's like it
yeah.
is
So
probably
then
a good time to bench boost, but
yeah, because you have Gay. If he was starting, this would be a game you could possibly think of bench boosting.
you say City score 4 last week, and you were like, "Give me that." What? This is like you said City will score 4 last week, and you were like, "Oh, you saw City score 4 last week, and you were like, actually, give me some of that." But in the for the right argument, for in my defense, I think Tottenham are a better defense this season. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think Tottenham are a better defense this season. Like, I know City will score, and I know there won't be a clean sheet for Pedro Porro, but there might be something out of defensive contributions. It could
And
be.
also he might get like Porras on some corners as well. So
Yeah,
there's a possibility of
of an
a set
assist.
piece get an assist.
Yeah. So, and I like reality is like if we look at that Spurs team.
Mm.
Give me 2 seconds. Where is the Spurs team? The Spurs team has gone and hit itself. Oh, here we go. They're playing Richarlison, Kudus up front. They play well. This is the predicted lineup: Richarlison, Kudus up front, Spence, Saar, Bentancur, Polinia, and Pedro Porro as a wing. So
Yeah.
they're playing five in the midfield, and Van der Ven, Romero, and Danzo as defenders, and Vicario as a keeper. That's the predicted lineup. So yeah, there could be some attacking threat, some creativity, because also they don't have a real 10. So, and you can thank
Yeah.
Arsenal for that.
Arsenal. No. They're looking at who are they looking at? Oh, they're trying to sign Morgan Rogers. Yeah. No, Tottenham are trying to sign Morgan Rogers. They after you left them, they're trying to sign Savinho and Morgan Rogers. Those are the two players that they're going for at the moment.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Uh,
but to
Otis is
go into
out
your
here
thing
roasting
about
Tottenham. Otis is
yeah,
out
yeah,
here
yeah.
roasting Tottenham. You saw Tottenham
To go
take those
to
L's, take all those L's these last 2 weeks, and you wanted to see how that felt. Yeah, yeah. So,
but to go on
hey,
to your thing about Haaland, with Tottenham playing a three at the back, it'll mean that there's not a lot of space in behind the striker, and you'll be crowded a little bit. So it could also be a ploy to nullify Haaland.
yeah,
So like I'm not saying it's gonna work. Like I'm just saying, I'm not saying, I'm not
yeah.
saying it's gonna work, but I can see that there won't be enough space behind. He could be isolated against three defenders. Um, and he's notoriously struggled against very physical defenders, hence Saliba and Gabriel and the boys. And
Mm-hmm.
Romero is a very physical defender, so he has struggled against those type of players that hack at him, and he can't outmuscle. So there's options. He's my captain, so I believe, but there is validation to or validity to your statement about about Pedro Porro.
Yeah, I mean, I also just look at the fact. I just look at that fact that, like, yeah, like, there's a chance that Pedro Porro does the right things for this weekend. Just moving on though, just before we've got 5 minutes to deadline. Just wanted to like basically say, so if there had to be one transfer that you, or not one transfer, if there was one player you could play this game week that you think would do really well, who would that player be? It doesn't necessarily have to be in your team.
Saka.
Interesting. Okay. Why is that?
Yeah, like I said, Saka, even during preseason, he was you guys' most attacking outlet type of situation. He is your most dangerous forward. He's up against a newly promoted team at home. Um, this promoted team had the worst out of in the championship. They had the worst defense out of the three promoted teams. So it just makes the most logical sense. And he's been Arsenal's highest point scorer for the past probably 2, 3 seasons.
Yeah.
So that's basically it. And I think he is the best captaincy option this game week, where I would have ranked it Saka, Haaland, Watkins, Salah, then Palmer.
Interesting.
Like that's how I would sort of rate the five captaincy options for this game week.
Yeah, I would have a little caveat to that. I think you're being a bit biased. Um, I think you're being a bit biased with the fact that you have Haaland. I would say Watkins over Haaland just because of the fixture.
All right,
Like just because of the
that's fair.
fixture.
That's fair.
And then I'd put Haaland and then Palmer. Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah.
how I'd go for captaincy. Um, just the likely, and then just likelihood of, uh, and then the likelihood of who do you think? Um, so yeah, the fact that you've done a bench boost, right?
Yeah.
Why?
I did it because that's what I planned on doing. Like that's why I signed. I planned on doing it. That's why I got the defenders that I got. That because I knew that like I said at the beginning of the stream, this will be these two teams' easiest fixture. Shrewsbury Hall is playing against Fulham, I think. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
No, Brighton.
Brighton.
Brighton. He's at home. He's on corners and set pieces. So Brighton is an it's an average defense. We had Verbergen last season. We saw we weren't getting clean sheets, so that's an option. And then I just trusted Full Craig because I thought that West Ham was serious.
Yeah.
That's on me. That's on me. But yeah, so then that's on me. And so West Ham, if they were a serious team, they should be scoring. So I just don't know when I'm gonna plan to do a bench boost again. I hate the chip, so I'm like, let me just get it out the way. So that's also a thing of I'll have another chance at the Apple. I plan on using it now. Let me use it now. And also
Yeah.
the Eze losing, yeah, Crystal Palace losing Eze means Sal's clean sheet looks more likely.
Yeah. I completely back you on that. Yeah, so we've got 1 minute to deadline. I hope everybody's got their team set. Everybody's ready to go. Captains are out
Yep.
here. We all ready for the captaincy options. We said it here
Yep.
first that our captaincy list goes Saka,
Saka.
Saka, Watkins, Haaland,
Okay.
Palmer, and Salah.
Then Salah.
No,
So
Salah Palmer.
that
Sorry, Salah Palmer. Sorry,
yeah, Salah
I'm putting.
Palmer, yeah.
Yes, so we've got our captaincy list. That is, what is it again? It's Saka,
Saka.
Haaland.
No, no, Saka, Watkins, Haaland,
Oh yeah, Saka, Watkins, Haaland,
Salah, Palmer.
Salah, Palmer. Those are our
Yeah.
five captaincy picks for this week.
and in that exact order.
Yeah. And the most likely for a clean sheet this week is Arsenal, then Burnley. That's a very interesting fact.
Yeah. Hey, man. No, because Burnley did have the best defense in the championship. They're basing it off of last season's
Yeah.
metrics. That's why.
So let's have a look and see what happens. And then yeah, we've got it is deadline. Deadline is
I won't lie,
done.
guys. It's been fun. We're gonna go again. It's gonna be Salah versus Haaland one more time. Let's
Hey,
see
I
who
don't think
comes
so.
in.
It's Haaland versus Saka. That's where we
Oh,
at.
actually, to be
Yeah, that's where we at.
because I don't have Saka. Yeah, I don't have Saka, so it is Haaland
Exactly.
versus.
I still have
It's
Salah,
Haaland.
but like I'm just yeah. Also, interestingly, we got some comments here. Martinelli is a man now playing for his life. He's on football's version of death row. You're gonna see him playing like an actual Brazilian this week instead of an Aaron Lennon regen. Aaron Lennon
Let's
regen.
go! Oh, Aaron Lennon. Yo, I forgot about that man. Oh, that man was a lot, right? Him and what's his name? What's the other his name? Sean Wright Phillips. Those two guys were the biggest trolls ever. They were an embarrassment to the Short King Society. Yeah,
They really were. And then
but yeah, nah, yeah.
what time's tonight's game?
So
Nine
tonight's game
o'clock.
is at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So you guys have an hour and a half. The starting lineup should be released in the next 15 to 20 minutes. So we will see where João Pedro will be playing. We'll be seeing where Cole Palmer will be playing. And we'll see if Liam Delap gets a start. And then we'll see my boy Cucurella out here do his thing. And let's see if Fulkrug can make me regret picking him or not. Because then he could screw me twice for game week 1 against Sunderland and now in my bench boost. So just know that if he screws me over, strike 3, he's not going to get a third chance. He's going to be out.
I think he's gonna
So,
screw you over. I'm not gonna lie to you.
and I can tell you,
That's why I was like, I don't know if you're making the right decision by going with that
no,
bench boost, but you wanted to be rogue about it, so I was like, alright, let
no,
him be
no, Sid,
rogue.
Sid, Sid, my players, I'm a motivational coach. That's the difference. I believed in you from the beginning, so I'm going to motivate you. But you are only on 2 chances. Not on. If you screw me over twice, I gotta say, my guy, you gotta go. Other people have chances, but not you. But yeah, I think that'll be the end of our stream, guys. Um,
Yeah,
Next time we will try and keep it more onto fantasy. We got
yeah.
distracted. Yeah,
I think we went a bit too much on to actual football, and yeah.
but
The
I
next,
think I think maybe because we just never had a lot. Like we weren't doing a lot, so we never spoke a lot about fantasy. But yeah,
yeah,
next time we'll be more cognizant about talking about fantasy than
yeah.
actual football. But yeah, with the football lovers fantasy podcast. So
Yeah. We love
that's a
talking
good
about football, and we talk about football and how it relates to fantasy at the end of the day. So
yeah.
if you don't like us, you don't need to listen to us.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That is true. That is true. But that is the end of our deadline stream, guys. Good luck. Remember that if Tibbs beats Sid again this week, that's a back to back.
Yeah,
And
I
Sid
mean, if it
created
gets to
something about
a forfeit,
Sid created
yes.
something about a forfeit after 3 losses in a row.
Yeah.
So just remember that, guys. I'll see you guys. We'll see you guys at the end
I
on
got
Tuesday.
time. I got time. You're overrating the situation. When that forfeit comes, you're gonna be the first one to do it. I'm telling you, you will be the first man on this podcast to do a forfeit, and I'm ready for it. I am ready for it.
If Saka does what he should do, I could lose this game week. Yes, I will not. But hey, we'll see you guys on Tuesday because there's a Monday fixture. So then we'll be recording our podcast on Tuesday. I think that's the end of the episode. So yeah, my name is Tibbs from the FPL Diamond Dogs,
My name's Sid.
and remember we are number 1 in the field.
And number 1 in your hearts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share everything we say.